Hello, and it's Dave Lane here from Dutch Tents UK, showcasing another lovely Dutch pyramid tent. This time it is a large 3 to 4 berth lightweight tent, and I'm in a wonderful location right down a beautiful inland waterway. In fact, whilst I'm here, I'll show you the back of the tent. It's very windy last couple of days down here, the southern tip of Kent. So just the perfect conditions for a pyramid tent. This one is by wearing a badge, Birdland. Birdland is, as are most lightweight Dutch tents, it's made by Esvo. And I wasn't sure, so I contacted and they confirmed that this is indeed one of their brands, one of their tents that they've made. Let's go and have a quick look inside. Let's come out of the wind. Oh, that's better. So we have a 4 berth tent in there. I say 4. You will technically sleep 4 people in there. Realistically, this is 2 to 3, and for a couple, it's lovely. I think you'd best put a double airbed going across rather than front to back, and you'd have a lot of space in there, and you still have an awful lot of space down the side. It's very, very spacious, very spacious tent. It is approximately getting on for 4 meters wide and 4.5 meters deep. It's actually quite big. The king pole, I'm 5 feet 9, and that is a good 2 meters. So I have to duck my head slightly to come out of the door, but really not much. And then it also has its own peg down ground sheet for the living area. The king pole is a steel affair. The door poles are lighter weight aluminium, but strong, very strong. So we have the storm skirts at the bottom we can raise, or alternatively they also have, I haven't got them pegged down for the moment, it's such a lovely day, I want the drafts coming under, but there are hoops there so you can peg the skirt down to really, batten down the hatches if you want to. Condition wise, well, it's really good. There's a few marks on it, as you'd expect. It's not a brand new tent. There's, a couple of small little stains there, some piddling ones there, the odd bit of bird poop that will scrape straight off, some others there, but really the canvas is in excellent condition and it's not even faded. You tend to find with the Dutch canvas tents, that they all fade quicker than the heavier weight ones. I've only just sort of noticed that through observation over the years, and I think it's probably due to the fact that the canvas is a lighter weight and isn't going to absorb the water-based dyes so well. This one still has most of the original colour. In fact, I think this is the full original colour. It's really low use and in great condition. I'll get a water bottle on it in a minute and I'll show you what happens when you wet it. So let's just shut the inner tent down a minute. So the inner tent has got 2 doors, central zip, and we have a big gauze at the front, and with the flap, and behind this one the flap is down, but you get 2 flaps. So lots of ventilation, really good for keeping the mozzies out. Zips there, zips down at the bottom. All the zips are, as you'd expect, really good. And in typical pyramid tent design, you can pitch it nice and tight and get it drumming quite well. Even though it is a lightweight, it will take it. Front door, if I untie it, the whole thing drops down. Zipper at the side there. Zipper at the side there. So now you can see the front is zipped down. However, also note the zipper there, the zipper there, undo the Velcro. Now I'm just going to throw the door up there for the moment for the purpose of the video, but there are tie points to tie it up and you have a large window. Now this is the point, this is the area where you'll typically see fading, because most people leave that window flap down, so you would typically get a fade mark along here, and as you can see there isn't any. So this bears out the story that this tent has hardly been used. So it came from the town of Waddinxveen. It wasn't made there. It's made in Volendam, north of Amsterdam. That's where the Esvo factory is. But it came from Waddinxveen from a guy who said he used to use it for fishing. So I thought it was a rather apt point here, seeing as this is a fishing lake. Bring it back home if you like. But he hardly ever used it. So this probably explains its really, really good condition. Now the other thing is, this door, the main door, is also a sun canopy, and it comes with 2 poles to that end. Okay, and then we have the door set up as a sun canopy. So now we can just walk in. And there it is, in place. Very handy little feature. I love the quality of these. Reinforced around the king pole. All seamed. Beautiful condition. Now, do we also see a zipper there? And a zipper there. So if we want, if we back off this and just peg one down, leave the other peg, and then we can unzip the side as well, like this. So we can now zip down the front and we can just have the side open. Now, you see the tie points, see the hoops at the top? There, there, and there. So what you do with this, you see you unhook it and remove the pegs from there and there, and you fold the entire front section of the tent up. So you can have the door down and still roll this entire wall up. So what you will get is a very big open space at the side, but closed at the front. You can do this on the other side as well. And when you want that down again, borrow the peg, peg it down, tension both sides, and you can see as it fits. And we have clips there to clip the 2 sides together so there's no stress on the zip. Typical Esvo. One of the ways you can spot an Esvo, they always have these little tabs, typically at the bottom of the zips on the front doors. Just look, absolutely beautiful, beautiful workmanship, beautiful condition, beautiful workmanship. Everything's reinforced, so even though it's a lightweight, it's strong. Right, I mentioned that it's waterproof. So, I haven't yet poured water on this tent. Let's see what happens when I do. Just beads off. Absolutely lovely. No need to waterproof this tent. Lovely and dry inside. This lightweight canvas, it is good. It's proper good. It's a really, really fine weave, really super. Almost feels silken. It's really, really soft and smooth, but a very, very tight weave. Really, really good at keeping water out. Whereas most 10k canvas is 300 gram for pyramid tents, this stuff's 150. So it's a lot lighter, but it's still very, very good. If I'm honest, I think I tend to think of these lightweights as certainly travel tents. This will fit on. This will be brilliant for a motorbike, with absolutely no problem. This will go into a good-sized, standard jivvy type top box, the whole thing. So it's really, really good for that. In fact, you know what? I think you could park a bike in there as well if you wanted to. Store your Harley in there. But also for cycling. But I think they're more summer tents. I think these are for better weather, fairer weather. Would I want to take this, for 2 weeks to the Outer Hebrides? No, probably not. I think I'd want something heavier weight with a sewn in or a zipped in ground sheet, heavier grade, poles, heavier grade, everything really. But as a sort of a tent for 2 or 3 people, for even a couple of weeks away in fair weather like we've got today in this beautiful Kent wetland area, then this is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Beautiful bit of kit. Okay, I think I've said and done enough there. Thank you very much.